Maybe if I just don't look at it. All right. I'm going to focus on you guys. This is just too weird. All right. Let me get back to your questions here. Nicology. Hey, how's it going? Santiago, Landlover, Annie. The I don't know anything about. I'm going to look into it. Let me find a pen here, make a note for Canada because I keep getting this question. Christy Petty Sock. Hey, looking like we're from Mars. This is driving me crazy. I do not know how to turn the sound off on Rumble. There. Turn the sound off. There we go. Rosamond, I hope I'm saying your name right. I appreciate that. Breakaways, no. Huh. I do not do the duck thing. If someone leaves me one, uh, sorry, land loving, tree hugging people, but the duck goes in the landfill because I don't duck Jeeps. Sorry. All right. So now that we are rolling, I'm doing this deaf because I don't have any volume on now. It's the only way I can get my head around this. What a day this has been. I mean, holy crap. Do you guys believe everything that's been happening today? I mean, we started out today with 21 trillion wiped out of the stock market at the opening, or is it 2.1? I can't read my chicken scratch. And BlackRock CEO is saying he's seeing another 20% market drop. Gary, how you doing, buddy? Christy got a duck, and she doesn't know why because she doesn't have a Jeep. It's getting crazy. My neighbor, they bought their 16-year-old Bronco, and it just sits out there because she doesn't have her license yet. But apparently, she's getting ducks, so I don't know. People are just going crazy with it. Annie, yes, it's been an amazing day. Oh my gosh, this is just wild. Um, so another uh, person on Twitter that I've got connected with. Where is it? It's 589 something. I just had it and lost it. Hang on. I want to get you guys to follow this dude. 598. Bear with me here for a minute because I want this guy's got some good stuff. Oh well, I can't find it now. Of course, because I wanted to share it with you guys. All of a sudden, it's gone. Maybe here it goes. 589 bull. So his at address is at 589 bull, and then 10,000. So one and four zeros. but he had one. HSBC is temporarily suspending services on April 20th for faster payment system maintenance. But here's what they're not saying. HSBC moves 275 billion per day across global market payment networks. So what else is going on in this time frame? On the 21st, the Coinbase XRP futures are going to be offered for trading on or after April 21st. That's too much happening at once to be a coincidence. So it's man, it's getting really exciting. And then it's almost comical. So someone was putting out fake news that Trump was going to do a 5 month pause on the tariffs. Stock market goes up. Trump's press secretary comes out and says that was fake news. Trump never said that. Market goes back down. Just tells you how easily manipulated it is. Thomas Segler, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you too. Ronald, I haven't heard anything lately about the Doge checks. Christy, 420 is Easter. Okay, I, I'm so removed from Easter. I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, daughter of the Most High God, half day so far. Yeah, we're we're not even at halfway over yet. Whew, wild times. And I said earlier on Twitter, um, I hate saying X. That sounds so stupid to me. But we're living in history, guys. I've said this so many times. Future generations are going to look back at us and ask us what this moment in time was like. And I don't know. It's going to be an exciting week. Um, you know, I have no idea on timing. I always joke Tuesday at 2. Um, if someone tells you it's going to be Tuesday at 2, it's not going to be at Tuesday at 2. But it would be really funny if it was Tuesday at 2. But I don't know, man. I try to stay away from time and stuff. The next, let's see, we got just under 2 weeks until the 20th and the 21st. So it's out our day, it's out our window. Man, um, I don't know. It's looking very interesting. Um, I just saw before I got on there to go live, Zimbabwe has suspended all tariffs in relation to the United States. Vietnam is coming to the table. Um, of course, Iraq's in the back seat. Everything. Um, it's the tsunami thing. You know, all everything's being sucked out right now, and it's out there doing its thing. And man, before you know it, we're going to have that wall of water coming down. Ooh, I can't wait. This thing is getting crazy. Hey Lisa, how you doing? Glad to see you. Yeah, if y'all can give me the thumbs up, like, share, all that stuff. Yeah, technology dates. You know, I look at time. I look at windows of time, not like it's going to be Tuesday at 2. But when you're seeing all that we're seeing today, it puts it in the soon category. And hashtag me soon, soon again. Um, but we're seeing all the action in crypto, specifically XRP. tariffs. We're seeing all the you're basically seeing the dying gasps of the old banking system, the Feds, IRS, that whole um, era of the deep state manipulating everything is going to be folded up like a piece of paper and gone. So man, it's like whew, it's getting. I am doing my best to try to keep myself contained right now. All right, Land Lover. Mark Z mentioned this morning he had been told to watch for April 8th, but unknown to what could happen on the 8th. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I caught from Mark, and it was someone shared a clip, um, was they're shutting down the bond flippers, and they're not accepting anyone who's trying to come forward and register bonds. Um, they're telling them to wait. So whatever that means in the bond world. You two times. Hey brother, how you doing? Eric, brother Signal said the rate is about to be. Yeah, I just saw that. I think I just shared it. Um, make soon, soon again. And yes, we could absolutely just out of the blue. I mean, before the day's over, this thing could go, or we could be waiting another week or two. But it's almost palpable the tension and the excitement. Be happy still. Hello, Andy's been up since 4 a.m. I forgot that you can see the text on the screen now. So such a habit of repeating everything. What do you guys got? What do you want to talk about? I just want to get on here and talk to you guys because it's been like phew, I've been like on the verge of busting today. This it's like Twitter is melting. It's going so fast. Oh, another thing that kind of caught my attention this morning. Uh, you know how they Iraq, um, and Kirsten and all that up there has been saying, "Oh yeah, we got salaries fixed, and um, there's not ever going to be any more delays now. The technical side, the political side, it's all good, all good." And then the first thing I see this morning, March salaries have not been paid, and we're having delays. Guys, this is just me spitballing something, but think that on these months where I think it was January, February they paid without really any real issues, but like December was a big month, and then now we're here at March again. So, do you think when we're seeing these delays in paying salaries, do you think it's possible or plausible that they've tried to start the RV? When I say RV, guys, don't get in the weeds. It's RI, inflate, adjusting for inflation and then revaluation. So when I say Iraq RV, it's all that lumped together. But do you think that they've tried to start the RV process? They delayed the payments so that it would reflect the rate change and then ACL and all that stuff. And then something happens and they couldn't get it off the ground. So they cave and they pay them and the old rate, 1310. And then so like here we are now again, in April and they still haven't paid March. So are they trying to get this thing off the ground again? That's just kind of one of my rabbit hole things. All right, so let me catch up to you guys. Pet Pesach. Okay, so I'm lost. Been busy with phone calls all this morning. Are you referring to the RV going soon? Yes. So the RV and all of it going soon. That's kind of where I'm feeling. Ronald Jeeper, if it's the 20th Tier 4B, we should go before that week sooner. I, if it's the 20th Tier 4B, we should go before that. Ronald, can you expand on that a little bit? I'm having a hard time tracking. Brandon, if tariffs have to start being paid on the 9th, then the RV should happen by then. Um, it doesn't necessarily have to follow that order because the tariff is again distraction. Trump and company, they want you focusing on the tariffs. Everyone focusing on the tariffs, so that's why the left and all these people are freaking out because one, it's into the old school banking. So as soon as all these things happen, we're going into a whole new era of banking and everything else. Uh, so I don't necessarily think that there's like cart before a horse type thing, but you know, unfortunately, we're not going to know until it happens. My girl, I've been hearing a lot of Tuesday. Yeah, that would be pretty funny if it was Tuesday at 2. Blind out, thank you, Gary. I believe Vietnam won't be able to deal with the. No, Vietnam. The tariff would absolutely crush Vietnam and their little money scheme they got going on with. They buy at their rate and then they sell it at the U.S. dollar rate, so they're raking money in on everything they do. So this tariff would absolutely crush Vietnam's little money laundering deal they got going on. Christie, I always thought we'd go secret squirrel style. I like that before the rate goes public. Yeah. So what is commonly referred to as Tier Five is just general public. That's your Uncle Bob that came home from the Gulf War and has a box of dinar or whatever. And then he hears on CNN that hey, dinars, Iraqi dinars suddenly worth $4 or $5, and then they go to the bank. So yes, all of everything that we're plugged into would happen before Tier Five would go. Nikolaki, why do you think the RVRI will be delayed until the end of the month? What's your thinking behind that? Oh, allergies are on full tilt. Spring has sprung in Mississippi. I don't know who Johnny Nico is, but he says Vietnam has to drop communism. I don't necessarily agree with that, in my own personal opinion. Um, they're they're a communist nation, but they're not like the old Cold War Russian or the old Cold War communism. When you think of communism like in China, it's different in Vietnam because Vietnam is so still like backwards in their technology and everything. Tony, Texas Storm Cloud is in the house. Lisa, absolutely. I'm not saying it's my running joke that if anyone tells you it's going to be Tuesday at 2, it's not going. You can take guarantee it's not going to be Tuesday at 2. So I do agree with you. Eric, so do you think Vietnam goes before Iraq or no? I think if there is one nation that's going to go first, it would I think it would definitely be Iraq, um, and then Vietnam uh, would go shortly thereafter at the same time. So like on the sharks, and they have those little fish that like attach themselves to them or swim with them. So that's like Iraq is the shark, and then Vietnam is the little fish. So they just dribble like they coexist in their own little world. So, but in the pecking order, Iraq is the shark and Vietnam's the little fish. So Iraq would definitely, in my opinion, go first and pull Vietnam along with it because their currencies and their um, economies are so commingled that yeah, when one goes, it's going to pull the other one with it. Remora, yeah. I hope I can say that. Tony, let me know if I said that right. Okay, Eric. Yeah. So hopefully I just conveyed my thought on that. Melissa, I feel like we're we're definitely closer than we were, but you know, with everything that's happening today, I can't see how it's not close. Hey, Sweet Tea, thanks for joining us. Yeah, Nick. Um, I I think all banks are already ISO 200 compliant, 222 compliant. Yeah, XRP's been doing a little bit of a yo-yo today, but it looks like it's on the way back up. Eric, you're welcome. Yeah, Nick, that's definitely one to be wrong about. Lisa, yeah, that's Lisa said. As much as everyone questions Boulevard, I just have a weird feeling it's going to be a big surprise. I've definitely have always thought Boulevard is going to be like the wild horse, the dark horse wild card, um, and you know, it's kind of like Zim, you know, something that no one is expecting to do big things with, and all of a sudden, welcome, chicken flockers. Glad you can make it. But yeah, so last rate I heard on Boulevard was 73 cents, and that would be amazing. I'd take a penny for it, but if it just go right now. Brickways, I have not heard anything about that. Are you? Is it Basel 4? I thought it was Basel 3, or maybe I've missed something. I don't track on the whole Basel thing very much. I think the main thing that we need to concentrate on is the ISO 222. And I've said this a few times in my conspiracy mind. I think that one, the ISO 222 is already running, up and running, and my other part of that is I think it's QFS. What we call the QFS is not what the banking world calls it. But that's how, in my opinion, that's how Doge and company are tracking and finding all this money. Is that it's all alive, it's all digital. Um, that kind of gives me a little bit of a peace of mind about um, if like bonds people or if we were to go before it was announced that we were going to go back ISO 222 tracking money is going to give you a little blanket of security there. I think there's still small banks and maybe some credit unions that aren't on board yet, but I think all the major banks are. Nick, TY has it currently at 59. Are you referring to Bolivar? Matt Riley to the moon. Let's go. Okay. Stephen, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if any of these Boulevard and these ones that are, I haven't bought it in a long time, so I don't know what if they're charging more for it now, but um, you can pick up some. I would definitely pick it up, especially for how cheap it was when I bought it. I don't know what it is now. Hey, Steven, glad to see you. Glad you can make it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you chimed in right when I was closing. Next time I get live, I finally figured out how the camera working. So hopefully we won't have like 5 minutes of dead space at the beginning of the video again. I feel sorry if anyone's watching this on the replay because it's like, all right, guys, I don't want to hog your time. Appreciate y'all being here. If you got more questions, I'll hang out. If you don't, then we'll get off here. Oh, Thomas, it took me a minute to get that one. David, how you doing, buddy? Chicken flockers, see you, buddy. Hope you're a buddy. I don't know if you're a buddy or not. Buddy in general term. Yeah, the three T's. You're welcome, Stephen. All right, guys. Looks like we're wrapping up. Uh, this housekeeping stuff. If you give the video a thumbs up, Chicken Buddy. That is hilarious. Chicken Buddy. You need to change your name to Chicken Buddy. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with your people. Uh, but regardless, I thank everybody for being here today and taking the time to watch these videos and creating a little community here. I appreciate it. My girl, that's never, ever, ever going to happen. I can barely, my voice is barely struggling to talk, let alone sing. So no, you're never going to hear me sing. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for being here, and I am signing off. Tony, real quick, Coda has to be locked out because for whatever reason he's been yelling all day. So he's the door is shut. See y'all later.